Hey, 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 hey. Hello, world.
Hello, hello, hello.
Episode 33, episode 33. Guess what day it is? Podcast day. Get into it.
Yeah, you got too much.
I'm too hyper.
Yes.
I'm too amped.
Yes.
For no damn reason.
Exactly.
That's the best time to be hyped for no damn reason. How are you today, Ms.Glam?
I am wonderful.
Oh, I hear it in your voice. Well, that's Ms.Glam, obviously, and you got your girl Mohazel, and welcome to Badass Besties. You ready to just jump right into it?
Weekly Delight time.
Let's get into it. Weekly Delight is where we take
excited about my Weekly Delight.
Oh my goodness, you can't even wait.
No, I'm
All
really
right,
excited.
look at you cheesing over
I'm
there.
really
Dang.
excited.
All
You're
right.
gonna love it.
All right, I need to know who did this. All right. Okay, so Weekly Delight is where we take a person, place, or thing. It can be an inspirational quote. It can be some food. It can be some orange mimosa. Yeah, man. I know, we're missing it. We're so going to be whacked today. I don't know. Tech support might go back to pink slips if he doesn't give us orange mimosa. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll let it slide today. But anyways, it's whatever getting us through the week to make it to Friday. Keeping us pumped, keeping us encouraged, and keeping us positive. With that being said, Miss Glam, you're up first.
So I had a new reason to get a new planner.
Aw, dang-nabbit. You know what? I ran into that brick wall. I ran right into it. I'm like, who's this?
Erin Condren and her planners.
Oh, Lord. This heifer.
They are life.
Back at it again. I
Yes.
swear.
I have a new reason. So now I have
three. Okay, listen. I got so many questions. Why do you need 25 planners to get your life?
No.
When you have one phone app that can do all of that.
No. So I have a planner for work.
Okay.
I have a planner for Badass Besties.
Okay.
And now I have a planner for PTA.
PTA?
Oh, actually, it's PTSA.
PTSA. What is PTSA? Parent Teacher Student Association.
So we let students
Yeah,
join.
y'all have the S. Y'all had to include this. Now, is there a student on the board?
Currently, no.
Okay. So back to these, because all of these questions are whack right now. I just want to know just to see, because you're lighting up, so I have to pretend I'm interested in this stuff. So why the need for 4 different ones? Why can't you just take 4 different color pencils?
3.
Excuse me, 3 different color pencils.
Because
Gold star for, Badass Besties.
No.
Red star for PTSA.
No.
Blue star for Get Your Life.
No. Because work stuff is in work
stuff
planner.
black.
And
star.
No, because not enough paper. Like that book lasts me all year.
How much writing you plan to do?
Oh, I gotta show you my planners. My planners are very organized.
I don't want to know. I might cry at your week.
Oh yeah, you probably. But they're very organized. It has my action items of what I'm supposed to do. You don't mix all of that. Everything has a place.
I get it. I like your organization skills. I am somewhat organized. I'm not as organized. You take it to a level of crazy, I think.
It's the OCD.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, I say crazy, but in factuality, you're probably way more on point than I am.
No, I mean, honestly, it's only because I am organized. Because I'm so organized. No, you're not. Dang. Because I'm so organized, those curveballs are thrown. Because I'm always...
Remember, you're fluid. You can handle curveballs.
Whatever. I've perfected my way of organizing with everything going on. And honestly, most of it is because unpredictable things get thrown at me.
You know how to shift it.
Yeah.
No, I joke and clown on you, but, you keep it together.
Sometimes.
You're a little yogi over there with a planner.
Got a new planner.
Erin, if you're listening, please just sponsor this show just for Miss Glam. You know what I'm saying? Because, she be repping you hard.
Awesome.
Real hard. Okay?
It's awesome. The new stickers.
Girl, I ain't never seen nobody, a grown-ass woman get their life over some stickers like you do.
No, but it's like the stickers are like...
Listen to how she's describing this, folks.
They're note-taking. But they fit nice in my planner now. It's all organized.
Organized.
We FaceTimed and I showed you. It was awesome.
And you were so excited. Man, when I tell you, I thought she had like some kind of awesome gift. And when I realized she FaceTimed me in the middle of the night over a damn notebook, I was like, bitch, go to bed. Anyways. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm happy for your notebooks and I'm happy that you're so organized and you keep it together and you are a flawless gem. There you go. There's that little nugget. No, I'm about to go in on you later today. So I figured I'd be nice right now. I'm the exact opposite. I am excited to relax and do not a darn thing. Not a thing at all. I want to relax.
That's lazy.
And binge Netflix and Hulu and read
life.
books. And that's what I want to do. I want to sit on the dock of the bay, watch the tides roll away.
I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh.
Can I do that? No, I can't. No. Listen, I just want to relax. I've been busy. Sometimes I'm like team no sleep. And I know you know about being busy. You have your own different kind of busy.
Yeah, I think you sent me an email at 4 something this morning.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you see, girl, team no sleep over here. So what that mean? I took a nap, woke back up at 6:30.
When I called you?
I tried to go back to sleep. And then you called me and then I'm up. I'm like, whatever. We'll get sleep tomorrow. But yeah, I sometimes can go some days without sleep. It's easier to just stay up than go to bed. And it's because I've been juggling, as you know, a few different passion projects. They're all, closed and done for the rest of this year. And I don't have to really do much until the beginning of next year. So I'm enjoying.
3 weeks.
Yes. You know what? I will take 2 seconds to say.
No.
Why no?
I don't know. I thought you were going to be petty.
No, I was going to say Ms.Glam's got a birthday coming up. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, my birthday started.
Oh, no. Yeah,
ago.
She's one of those that, August 1, it's her birthday.
All day.
Whatever.
Every day.
Whatever.
Till the 31st.
I only get down when your birthday is really coming around. So happy birthday. It's your birthday month.
No.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Yeah,
hey!
Man. That's right. But yeah, so we're super proud of you. Welcome to getting another year older, but not looking it.
Oh, do I really age?
Okay.
I age?
Okay, we'll have this conversation 20 years from now.
Hey, I'm still younger than you.
Wait, you dye your hair, but you cheat. Did you ever have any gray hairs?
Yeah, I got gray hair.
You how many?
I think I have 1 or 2.
Oh, me too, girl. Yay.
And they're on the side. But you really can't tell because, I don't know, because I have the blonde in. So sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't.
Mine's in the back, but I pull it and then
mine
I
on the
just take
side.
scissors gently and clip it.
Oh, I don't do any of that.
I won't pull it. I just clip it so that way, because I got a lot of dark hair, so you can see it, but it's like 2 little hairs. I was like, you know what? I was in my feelings the first time I saw gray hair. Were you in your feelings the first time you saw one?
No, because my hairstylist pointed it out. She said, oh, girl, you got a gray on the side. And I was like, okay, I couldn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And she showed it to me, but with the blonde in, it kind of blends in because it's light.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Well, I know I was in my feelings for a second, but then when I realized I only had 2, that's not bad. I'm winning.
And maybe because my niece, she was born with gray hair. So, like, she currently has gray hair.
Yeah.
She has 2 strands.
Tech
in the
support, when we were teenagers, he had gray hair, so he probably won't like that I said that. He's like off today, so so I can say what I want. But anyway, all right, so we'll move on. Are you ready for the topic?
What's the topic?
Can friendships survive after vows? Dun dun dun. So pretty much me and Ms.Glam kind of had a conversation off air where we were like, hey, do you think married friends and single friends can stay friends? Does the dynamic change? Are there issues? Do they just seem to just like, once one gets married, that friendship kind of fades out? Or one person, stays single or becomes newly single? Does things change, or do you just go with the flow and are fluid?
That's a new word.
In the relationship. Yeah. Thank you, Robin Eve. I appreciate you. Shout out to her. The first question is, can married people have single friends, and do single people think their married friends change after their vows? So the first part's for me. Can married people have single friends? And then I'll let you take the second part. Do single people think their married friends change after their vows? Okay. So for me, I definitely think that married people can have single friends.
You better.
Yeah. And they can be besties too. Yay. Badass besties at that. But no, I think we can have friends. We can't do everything a single person does. I can't just, hit the strip club with you. I can't just do everything you do. I can't always go to the club with you.
Wait. My mom listens to this show.
And I ain't
Don't,
stutter. She be inviting me all the time to do some heathen and things.
No.
And I am
I am the good friend. Mother, you know this. I am the goody two-shoe, which is why tech support loves me.
Which is why I like you. Yeah, I keep you around. You don't. Your activities usually are more on the boring side. Tech support loves you because it's like, wow, all right, y'all are going to go knit. Great. Have at it. Because you crazy kids stay out to midnight, but painting with a twist, go for it. Yeah, I'm just saying in general, I think you can't just do everything single people can do, but you certainly can hang with them. There's totally a bunch of activities out there that, you can do together, whether it's, go get some drinks, go to a movie, read some books, do the book club thing, whatever. So I'm all for it. Sometimes it's nice because they're always amped to go somewhere, and sometimes you need them to kind of drag you out the house.
So, rabbit hole.
Okay. Uh-oh. Already?
No, well, I have a question.
Oh.
Have I ever put you in a situation where I was going to get you... Nuh-uh. Really? When?
Your aunt's bachelorette party.
That
That was fun.
No, he knew we were going.
I mean,
Yeah, but
did we ever tell the stripper story on there?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's go down that rabbit
We're
hole.
going to go to the rabbit hole?
Yeah. Wow, that's random. All right, and then you got to answer your question. You try to dodge the
no,
question.
I wasn't. It was just I was curious.
Your aunt was getting married
To my uncle.
to your uncle. They've been together for a long time, but they
Yeah.
finally
So she
said-
wasn't my aunt. She's my aunt now, but they had been together like
She earned the title a long time ago.
Before they got married.
Miss Glam was tasked to do the bachelorette party. And of course, we had used a service before for my sister-in-law for when she was getting married. So the backstory is when my sister-in-law was getting married, a couple of us in the wedding party and Miss Glam, we all kind of looked at the online app that said, hey, pick 3 people out of the 14, 15
Yeah, it
suspects.
was a lot of them.
Pick a few of the people, and one is guaranteed to be there. And you don't have to pay until they get there. And if you don't want them there, they will turn around and you ain't got to pay nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we picked, and when the person arrived, we're like, who is this short dude at the door? Who is this? I would not let him in. I literally said, sir, you cannot come in my house. You are not one of the 3. I had one of my friends who's my sister-in-law's sister-in-law, and she's a friend of mine and a listener of the show. Hey, girl. And, we needed to look him up. And he was on the thing, but he wasn't one of the picked. But we're like, all right, well, whatever. Come on in. And he did his thing. He was cool.
It was a good show.
He was a friendly guy. I mean, it was like, he tried. It felt like just being a proud parent. Like, baby's first day at strip camp. This is great. I mean, nobody felt, he just was fun.
Yes.
That's it. When her aunt got married, I said, let's use the service. And this time it was different because your aunt wanted a little chocolate.
She did.
And there was only 3 chocolate drops on the option. So we knew we couldn't get bamboozled.
Yes.
It's going to be one of the 3. It's going to work. It was reasonably priced. They do show up.
Yes.
Let's go. Well, lo and behold,
Same dude.
our favorite friend 3 years later is at the door. Are you kidding me? So by this time, we realize he's the only one that's going to come to your door. Do you know the name of that?
I don't. You know what?
I feel like it's like Florida Sunset Strip.
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but you know what? Let me find it and I will shout you out and just get you called out. But yeah, so the same man came, and then I felt really bad because she wanted her little chocolate. And I'm like, Miss Glam, how you going to explain to your auntie that we got a little vanilla, a little cute vanilla drop? So your aunt was cool. She was like, hey, whatever. And we were just like so embarrassed and so upset and so like, how did we get gypped?
Exactly.
Shame on us. But he came in there and he knew because he came in there with gangster music.
Yes, he did.
He had some gangster moves. He knew what he was getting into.
He did a different show than what we got.
Yes,
the first
he's
time.
prepared. I swear, he got something for everybody. If you have a all Latin party, he gonna bring on the reggaeton. If you got an all Filipino crew, he gonna bring it with the Tagalog music. I mean, he got it for. He's got something for everybody. But let me tell you, he's gonna be the only one that shows up and shows out.
Same dude.
Anyways, that was the only time I was embarrassed because I was like, how did I let you talk me into this strip situation, let alone get bamboozled into this strip situation?
You recommended the company, so
You know what's so funny? You know what? That is my fault because that's the cheap in me. That's the cheap in me.
Well, I mean, because here's the thing is...
Shame on me.
That industry, and especially doing it online, you want to go with who you know is going to show up.
Right.
Because it's an important night, and if someone doesn't show up...
Right.
Kind of ruins the whole night.
And I love how he just was like, I mean, but if you want me to go, you know we can't let you go. We stuck. Can you bring one of your friends? Oh, no, they're asleep? Oh, okay. Because you ain't got no friends, dog. But no, anyways.
It's his own, I swear. It's his company.
It's his company.
It's his company.
I think he's going to be the one. Yeah, I think it's a one-man
time.
band. Yeah, every time. You know what? Oh, Ms.Glam, I swear, please let me do it. For your birthday, we ain't really going to go through it because you know how he come to the door. I'm like, but if you don't want it, I'll be like, yeah, take your ass home. I just wanted to see if you still out here in these streets.
That was like 10 years ago.
Girl, I think once a year we need to just call him up, have him come to a random house, and then tell him, go home, Roger. Go home.
Ma'am. 10 years? 10 years? He ain't looking like that no more.
But I bet you he still got it.
He gonna be the one who show up though.
Anywho, burying out of that rabbit hole, answer your question. Do you think married friends change after their vows?
And I know you hate this word, but I think it goes with the situation.
Oh, I love... No. Today's show is sponsored by...
Depends.
I say that because she'll always say, it depends.
It does depend.
Well, it
depends. Because it just
depends. If
There's
you hear us, please throw us a sponsorship. I know we are not of age to use them, but I mean, the way she uses the words... The 12 people that are listening out there, they just might get inspired to buy one for their grandparent. I'm just saying.
It's because it depends on the person.
Okay, go ahead.
Terms of, like, for instance, you didn't change. Didn't change.
Thanks, doll. I try not to.
I mean, like, not because you got, married. You changed as we got older, we grew.
I was a baby when we got married.
But, I do know of people who have changed. But
right off the bat, like next day or when they come off their honeymoon, or do they ease into it?
Well, I mean, I think there's a little bit of all of those. Some people, as soon as they get that ring and they, are newlyweds, they feel like they have to act a certain way.
Do you feel like the signs were there before when they got engaged or during the wedding process? Do you think that you saw the signs that you knew it was coming?
I mean, I don't know because I'm not in those situations. Like, I'm not the person who's like closest to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know if it was because of that or maybe something else happened where it caused them to change. But I do know that it does happen.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to tolerate it?
I don't have friends, so,
She says, so I just stopped talking to them. It's not that serious.
So, I mean, I think some of it goes back to the relationship you have with that person.
Yeah.
So if you had changed and started acting, funny, I'd have just went up to you and be like, all right, you need to stop it. Now, like, what's wrong with you? We would have had a conversation. And I think you would have had a conversation with me.
I will say this. I know when I got married and we were a trio, I know that I noticed you guys hung out a little bit more, which I wasn't jealous over it, but I was like, did I do something wrong? Y'all treat me different because I'm married. What's going on? I didn't really know what it was, but nobody said anything. So I just said, okay, well, I'm going to make them hang with me because you ain't going to just, toss me aside like, oh, you married now, so be gone. I didn't know what it was, so I made sure to make plans and initiate girls' night out to keep that.
Every Thursday was ladies' night.
Yeah, man. But but what was the reason behind it?
Well, and I think we talked about it. It was more about, well, you were married, you were newlyweds. I think part of it was when you first got married, you ended up being gone for work.
Oh my gosh.
Remember. It was a long time.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you brought that. I remember that. Huh.
And it was like sudden, like right after you got married.
No, it was because I was supposed to go to a training camp 6 weeks in the lovely city of Brunswick, Georgia. That's how they do you. Nowhere fly. I can't go to Atlanta, Savannah. No, they sent me to Brunswick. Because all things get popping in Brunswick. But anyways, they sent me there for 6 weeks. And I avoided it because I was getting married. Somehow I was like, oh, I can't go because I'm getting married that week. But it was towards the end of that class. Like, apparently the training ended when I came back from my honeymoon. So a new training started, like, literally days after I got off the plane. So I literally had to go home from my honeymoon, empty out my suitcase and put some clothes in it, and then go to Brunswick that same night to start training. Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, I was shipped out for 6 weeks. We did kind of do the back and forth thing. So he was up there a lot. He was up there a lot. I kind of was MIA for 6 weeks, not on purpose.
No, and I remember that. And then when you came back, seeing as y'all really didn't have any time, like, to be newlyweds, like, we kind of went, okay, we especially me. We were neighbors. If I drove, to her house, I was
lazy.
there in, 30 seconds.
If you drove, you lazy.
Yes. So I was over her house every day. So when they got married, it was like, okay, I'm not supposed to go there every day.
What made you think that, though?
Part of it is because, we all grew up together, and I do, I give tech support a hard time, but I do like him. Mm-hmm. So I was trying not to invade his space now that you guys were married and give y'all time alone. When I say I was over there all the time, like, we would get off work, we'd be on the phone, and then I would show up, and then I would leave to literally go to bed, and, like, he was already in bed.
Those are the good days.
We can't do this, like, every night.
Yeah.
I needed to, and I don't know if someone gave me advice or said something, or it was just me just trying to be respectful. Yeah. Just me being respectful of, I need to give them their alone time.
And I appreciate it. I mean, in hindsight, I get it. It makes sense. I appreciate that. I really do. And I think that's something that friends, if you really love your friends, I think it's actually probably something that could be done. Truth be told, I don't think we get it, but it's needed because we won't think anything because we don't. I mean, I'll speak for me as a married woman. I didn't want anything to change. I know people say, oh, things change when you get married. I wanted it to be the exact opposite. Nothing changed but my name. That's what I used to tell people. Ain't nothing changed but my last name. And I wanted it that way. So when you guys were changing, but I got why I really wasn't changing. It was just you were trying to be respectful and fall back and give us a little chance to breathe and enjoy this newlywed moment. It was like, oh my gosh, things are changing. Oh my gosh, this is what they told me about. And I kind of freaked out. I don't think, and I'll say it for me, and I don't know if there's other married people that think that, but when you say yes to a ring, right? And you want to be with this person forever, but you don't know what Monday looks like. You know what I mean? You don't know what the day-to-day is going to look like. Paying bills together is going to look like. You can talk about it, but you don't know what life's going to be like. You're saying yes to an unknown. And so it's kind of scary. You're not scared to do it with them, but it is scary for the both of you together. So any kind of change was freaking me out because it was already like, oh man, this is for real. I have to be a grown up. I have to be a big girl. I have to, I can't just, do what I want. You know what I mean? I have to compromise with this new husband of mine. So I didn't want anything to change. And so I think for me, having my friends, whether single or married or not, but you guys were single, having you guys there was vital. And I will say that I don't think as a married woman, it mattered to me if my single friends were still around. Like, I wouldn't try to push you guys away. I would still want you in my world.
Yes, and you made that clear with Thursday mandatory ladies' night.
I mean, I was like, Debo, I was just like, we gonna do these Thursdays.
And not just that. Like, if one was missed or, can't.
I was mad. I was hot. I was like, what you mean?
But
What's
honestly,
his name?
ladies' night didn't last that long because it didn't need to. Because once she basically said, gave us a green light, I just thought I started coming back to the house all the time. So I think ladies' night lasted maybe a month, 2 months.
Yeah, I think it may have been 2 months. I think we did pretty solid for a while.
And then after that, it was like, there's no point because I was always at your house anyway.
Yeah, we went back to status quo. And then I was good again. So then I didn't need to. But yeah. So, okay, so really quick. Can single people give good advice to married friends?
My favorite word?
Sponsored by?
Depends. Well, and honestly, and it's because I'll say yes and no. I think I can give you advice because I know you. Okay. I'm not giving you married. So if you know
the person.
Yes, because I'm not giving you married advice. I'm giving you Mohazel advice.
Right. And I just so happen to be married.
Yes, because I know you. But for me to give a stranger or someone who I don't know well married advice, I don't know your marriage. I don't know you. My advice are just words of, here's what I know about other people. So this may work for you, but I don't know you well enough to give you advice.
Do you think, even though you're single, that you, and I know you said you'll never get married, but do you feel like you have a good grip or a good concept of what it all means to be married?
I think it means something different to everybody.
It depends.
It's another way or fancy way of saying it.
On a Tuesday.
Because it does. Like, your definition of marriage is very different than someone else's definition of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's why when, sometimes divorce happens, because two people, their ideas of marriage isn't lined up. I don't think any two look the same.
Got it. Would you give advice to a married woman and you weren't really cool or knew the guy?
I mean, I can give them, but what do you want to do? Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's some consequence that can come from that. Here's some consequence that can come from there. What can you live with? So my take on advice is more of asking questions and helping that person realize what they want to do. Because most of the time when people ask you for advice, they know what they want to do. So, and helping them to, and I'm not saying I condone, bad behavior. What I'm saying is I help them to reach what they were already like talking through in their head. Yeah. I'm asking questions, helping them to get get to the place they were trying to get.
Because I like to think I don't, because I do agree that I do think sometimes when people are asking for advice, not all, but when people are asking for advice, they already know the answer. They're just looking for somebody to co-sign. If you ain't willing to co-sign, they just kind of tune out.
So you kind of do, but here's how you do it. You go, do you want the truth? Or do you want to know what you want? Or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? That's your way of doing it. And
you're saying when I give advice?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant me receiving it. But you're right. I do say that.
It depends.
Oh, listen. Get your cups. Get your mimosas.
9 times out of 10, no. But when you're very heated or like emotionally invested, then it takes a minute to get through to you. Like, let it go. Let it go. You're not listening. And then you open up. Like, you never really don't listen. It just takes a longer for it to sink in because you have made up your mind. You are feeling passionate about it. And I need you to co-sign. Just co-sign. Right. But I think part of you reaches out and asks. And you know who to go to. Because you know that person's going to go, nope, not going to do that. Yeah. And helps you to get out of that. You let those emotions go so that you can, all right, I'm going to behave.
Now, and then a random question. So in regard to the advice, do you think, because like, for instance, I know for me, I try not to ask for advice often just because, our fights are dumb over dumb stuff. I'd be like, girl, I'm about to choke him over a sock. But what I'm saying is I try to keep it in-house for most of the time. Like, we can handle it. We can duke it out. We can handle it. We can move on. Sometimes it's just like, listen, I don't have that many hours in a day to deal with this. Let me phone a friend. But what are your thoughts on married people choosing to have a mediator when they're going through something?
As someone on the outside, I think it's important for you to make sure that whoever you're asking that is someone who's trustworthy and someone who...
Yeah, not just a yes man.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
But also who's not going to hold it against either person. Right. Because, like, happen.
Don't look at... Yeah,
yes,
no,
I done
amped you up to, like, hate him, and then tomorrow you really are hating him, and I'm like, I'm over it, girl. We good. We done kissed and made up.
You can't hold it against that person, because then that's going to change the dynamic of the relationship for all of them. Because if you're now, you're over it, and that person's still holding on to it, and they're treating them differently, now that puts you in the middle of, well, dag, like, I'm married to him. I got to choose him, but I don't want to lose you. So, it now puts you in the middle. So you have to make sure that that person who you're amping up.
Yeah, sure.
Knows that it's for this situation and this situation alone. And have you, I know you don't really share that much outside, but have you ever ran into that situation where someone took something wrong and it may not have been on you for tech support, but maybe for you, where they looked at one of you differently and it affected the relationship?
That's a good question. I don't think it has, but I will say this. That's why I usually stick to the same few. I do rotate y'all out. Some of y'all I use heavier than others, so you're one of those that I use heavier than others on purpose because I don't want that to happen, or I don't want it to get misinterpreted. I can't think offhand if it has. I don't really think so, because the people we pick usually know both of us equally and either are both of our friends or are both our family. But I can see that. And because I know it can happen and I don't want it to happen, that's why I personally choose not to just ask any old body. Like, for instance, if I had, associates out there that I know for a fact this particular situation that I'm going through happened in their marriage and maybe they had some resolution, should I go ask them for advice? No, I'm not going to do that.
Why? Because
I don't want the idea of them looking at me differently or looking at my husband differently. Like, I think about that. So, so to answer your question, I don't think I've seen it happen, but it's because I try to be very particular. When I come to you, that's between us three now. You know what I'm saying? I need you to lock it like a vault once we figure this out. It never happened. I need you to be invested, be in, tell me the advice, check him, check me, get us centered, go about your biz, and this never happened. That's what I expect when I come to somebody. And so if you're not that type of person, then I'm not going to approach you. That's one. That's the other part of it too. If you can't even keep a secret, then I know you probably thinking all kinds of things. And if not, you leading someone else to think all kinds of things when you go run tell that at the water cooler. So I just choose not to tell everybody, even if they're the perfect person for that situation.
So has it ever
not
happened...
about my marriage anyway. If it's something about me personally, that's different.
So, but has it ever happened to you? Like, not in your marriage, but have, someone married come to you for advice?
Have I looked at a married person? Yeah, I have. In all fairness, I didn't know the gentleman well. To this particular person, the person thought her husband was cheating and kind of wanted me to talk her off her ledge. Not a problem. I did, but I had my reservations. And I told her I had my reservations, but, she kind of after a while started believing that, no, can't be that. And I just didn't feel comfortable. I don't want to be the cause of somebody to divorce, especially with no evidence. I'm just going on, girl. I'm one of those messy ones. Well, I mean, if he coming home at 3 a.m, what he doing? Who works that late?
Girl, let's get in the car. Let's get in the car. Let's follow him.
Yes. Girl, McDonald's shut that one. He should have been home by 2:30. I'm messy. So I was trying to be that, just throw those little questions out there. But, she had an answer for everything. So I felt the need to just pump my brakes because, in all fairness, to that marriage, to that person, without outing them, I know that there are things that go on in marriages that are going to be private and will never be privy to anybody but the two that are in that marriage. So there's more to be said to the story, I'm sure. So that's why I started backtracking. But yeah, every time I looked at it, I'm like,
Did that affect y'all's friendship?
Yeah, we don't talk.
Aw.
I mean, yeah, we don't talk. I mean, it wasn't, now in all fairness, it wasn't because of that, But
it may have contributed to the fact that
it made it easier. It wasn't, and it's so funny, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just, we realized we're two different people anyway. The activities, even down to the activities that we wanted to do, like if we would hang, it wasn't the same kind of vibe, and I kind of get set in my ways for what kind of vibe I want.
We don't like the same stuff either.
No, we don't, but we do. We like to be lazy and watch TV. We like to just go out and act like we gonna get, girl, drink it up, girl, and then we be sitting there sipping that one watered down freaking cocktail, and then and be yawning at 9 o'clock.
I know.
Girl, I mean, if you want to go.
I keep now, so
I won't fault you, and I'm over here yawning myself.
Tech support going, it's my birthday. We're gonna turn it up.
And girl, I bet you we'd be at the hotel by 9:45.
No, I'm gonna text. I'm like, okay, here's what we do. Take a whole bunch of pictures. So a lot of different shots. So
in darker areas, so then have it auto send at like 12 midnight.
Yes.
I got you.
See, this can't air before my birthday.
We have to.
Or you gotta edit that out.
This is episode 38 now. Episode 38. I try not to bug just anybody. You can't just be anybody in my marriage because I didn't pick just anybody to marry.
Well, okay. So on the flip side, do you think that married people, because they are married, should be giving single people relationship advice?
Hell to the no.
Why?
Listen, let me paint the scene for us. I got married eons ago. I'm not terribly old, but I was a baby. So now that I'm a grown up, it has been years, okay? We have grown up from toddlers to adults now, it seems. That's how long we've been married. So much has changed. Okay, without aging myself, I didn't have dating apps. I didn't have no swipe right. Is it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't use them.
Swipe right if you want somebody. Swipe. I didn't have all that.
You ain't have to worry about doing background checks.
You ain't have to worry about all that.
You know what I'm saying? Pictures. Hey, I need you to run this background check. All right, here's a picture of the license plate. Here's a picture of the license. This is who I'm with if I don't turn up tomorrow. Like, now,
I think I have a pretty good judge of if someone's a player. I would like to think, but sometimes women want to be with a player. I'm not looking for anything serious. Like, that blows my mind. Like, if you're not out here looking for your husband or looking for a relationship that's in depth, that's out my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's like to be single. I mean, because being single as a teenager is just being a teenager.
Yeah.
My young adulthood, I was never single. I have no concept of what it's like to be single. And I know that there's some empowerment to it. I know that there's some coolness to being single and it can be freeing. And then sometimes, people are looking, but they want to look their own way at their own time, at their own pace, and they have their own standards and they stick by it. I respect that. I respect all you independent women out there in the world, saying, I just don't want nobody at my house. I respect that, but I have no clue how to go about that. So I stay in my lane. I can't. Y'all got too many things going on. It blows my mind. I'm sitting here. I'm treating y'all like the Bachelorette show. Well, what's the outcome going to be? Sitting with my hand in my chest just waiting. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good gosh. Like, okay, rabbit hole. Like, what are are dating apps fun?
I don't use those apps. Them things, no. Okay. I don't use them things.
So you never got poked in an app?
No. No.
You never got DM'd?
I've done, what was it? Match.com.
Okay.
I did that once.
How did that go?
Twice.
Okay, so let me ask this. Obviously, you're not with that person, but what I'm saying is...
it was fun.
But did that person...
Well, because here's the thing.
Okay, what I'm asking is, did you get bamboozled like our stripper guy? And you got a completely different person?
No. I got
the description and the picture match what you got?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
But here's the thing is, I don't, I have conversations with them way before I meet them.
Oh, okay.
And then,
so you feel like you've known them?
Yeah, and then,
How often does that go on?
It's not like I met a lot of people that way. And, even with certain people who reach out to me, there are people who you just don't connect. Even over internet and text messaging and phone, you don't connect with.
Yeah.
If I don't connect with you before I see you, then there's no point. So most of the time, there's no first date meeting until there's a connection, either via text or phone calls or something before that.
Okay.
And then I'm fortunate. I have connections where I can get, what'd you say your name was? What'd you say your birthday is? Okay. And most of the stuff you can get. And I can get a background check.
You had connection to some rich dudes.
No, I got connections to run background checks.
I need my mortgage paid. I'm gonna need you to hurry up and get your rich friend to
when
donate.
I get the background check and I feel comfortable, all right. And then you know how I do. So you realize I'm gonna be at so and so at this date on this time. You home? Okay. If you get a text from me, I need you to be up. I need an emergency.
I'm good for that.
Show up.
I'm good for that. Yes. I can't give you advice, but if you need me to be your 911 girl or your bail out the situation girl, I'm here for that. That's all I can do for you because everything else is like Greek to me. I'm sitting here. That's another thing. Like I jokingly said about Bachelorette. I watched it because Rachel Lindsay, that was the first African-American Bachelorette, and I kind of got intrigued. And I watched it. Oh my gosh. That concept of going on a show to find your love.
Yeah, no.
I feel like, and then trying to figure out who's fake in such a short amount of time. From the viewer's point, you can kind of see, but when you're in that world, in this beautiful house surrounded by these, gorgeous men, stuff like that blows my mind. I have not watched since. I can't get into that. I don't understand those shows. I think the only other show prior to that, and that was just because...
See, I'm not big in reality TV, so...
Flavor of Love. Yeah, love that.
Boy. See, that was just...
I was there for Flavor Flav. Just because, really, y'all... I was there to see how many of y'all were desperate enough to kiss on him. Because y'all know y'all did not want to be picked by him. Seriously.
Except for New York.
Oh, boy.
I hope they're wearing their saddles because I'm going to take them for a ride.
That girl. I haven't watched reality shows in quite a long time.
And you were queen of your reality show.
Oh, you know why?
You had a schedule.
Listen, here's the thing, because my life shifts. I have waves of different things going on. I got into reality shows because I was like, man, work is stressful, or, life can be stressful. Let me laugh at some of these people flipping tables and acting like it's that serious. Like we got to fight over some nails and fight over this and fight over that. That entertained me. And then I realized when I'm starting to quote them, and I wish a bitch would. You know what I mean? Like when you try to low key try to start something with somebody because you just want to flip a table at a restaurant so you can be like, hold on, check me, bro. No, you got to stop. When you feel yourself becoming a reality star and you ain't got a reality show nor the reality show check, it's time to switch channels.
I think that was my last reality show.
Housewives
of Atlanta first season.
Boy,
I got addicted to that.
I got addicted to just the little lingo. That was great because who gonna check me, boo? I still use that. I love it. Okay, so let me ask you this. In terms of friendship, do you feel that the boundaries need to change once someone gets married, or if you are married and now you're newly single?
It depends.
Oh, here we go.
Well, and I think here's the thing is I don't think our boundaries changed.
But it can, I think.
I think it can, yes, but I don't. I guess what I'm saying is I don't think it has to, but it depends on the nature of your friendship on the person and the relationship that you have, not only with that person but with that person's spouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think the reason why ours didn't change is he knew me too.
Now let me.
So because in a sense we all grew up together.
Yeah,
we
were babies. Yeah, it felt like just not even summer camp because you didn't spend the night, but it just felt like summer camp.
The only time I spent a night was when you drugged me.
Okay, whatever. We'll save that for another episode.
Drugged me.
Don't try to incriminate me on this show.
You did. You drugged me.
Okay.
Mommy Mohazel, she drugged me.
I didn't drug you, but okay. She's trying to go down like 20 million rabbit holes. I'm trying to talk about can friendships survive vows. She over here going down so many rabbit holes. So
here's what friendships cannot survive when they drug you.
And yet we still here. And that happened eons ago. I didn't drug you. I got tired of this heifer saying, turn up. And then she only has one glass that she keeps the whole night. So we decided, not me and my husband, but me and our other cohort decided we're going to see what her drinking tolerance is tonight. And we had her covered. She didn't last long. It was like a full glass and a half. And she went down for the count.
Yeah. I don't even remember passing out, but I was passed out on the couch.
She just slept well, but she woke up in the dark.
I learned a lesson that day.
What was the lesson, darling?
I can't be a hoe.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
I woke up scared as crap because I didn't know where I was. And I'm panicking. And so, let me tell you, now this heifer here,
I can't be a hoe. This
heifer right here was on the other couch listening to me struggle because I was awake, but my face was in I was facing the couch. So, it was dark.
Tell you if she was with a dude.
And I couldn't tell you where I was.
What house she was at.
So,
she knew she wasn't home.
I knew I wasn't home. And I'm
Matter of fact,
there.
Your other friend was on the other couch and we were dying.
I was struggling because I knew I could hear people breathing.
She's trying not to admit this walk of shame she's about to do.
But I was like,
she didn't know if she was kidnapped.
I didn't. It took every piece of courage I could to turn my behind over, and then these two over here giggling and laughing and crap. But that was the day I realized I could never be a hoe.
You can't do that walk of shame. Nope. I
scared the bejesus out of me.
Oh my gosh. But so you say it can't. I think it can, but I'm with you. It does depend on the players in the game. Listen, I've seen it to where women are like, you can't hang out with him no more.
Yeah.
I think I tried that once with tech support and he checked me real quick. Nope. They're staying around. All right. I tried. Pushing the boundaries and kind of using the relationship to be the reason, like if you love me, you don't have to hang around that person.
Well, and I guess to add on to that, do you think it's important to keep those friends who knew you when you were single, those friends who knew who you were before you became part of a pair?
If they respected that relationship, sure. If they didn't, I ain't mad at the people that try to kick them out because they got a title now. I did try it. I'm not gonna lie, I did try it, and that didn't work. But I mean, and it's fine. The friendships are still there, and it worked out. It's fine. It's all about the respect. If they respect your spouse, then they should be able to stick around. Because life happens, and you're allowed to love who you love. Why do I now have to tap out because my homie is with you?
Question: what made you try that? Was it just because, well, I'm married now, this is an expectation? Or, you just thought you were supposed to do that? Like, what made you...
I'm not sure if I felt respected. In all fairness to it, I don't think we truly all got to know each other. I don't think the individuals that I'm talking about fully know who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I can be hate it or love it type of a person. And I don't think I truly got to know them. And so when you're judging based off what you see and you feel like you're not liked, then yeah, you're going to try that first temp. You've been plotting all along anyway, and you've been waiting for the temp. Like, now you got a legit reason. I got his last name. You're fired. You can't just, you ain't the boss of, you're not the boss of your husband or wife. You can't just do that. Although, that brings up a good question real fast before we wrap things up. What if, in my case, they were men, okay? What if you got married to someone, I know you're not going to get married, but what if you got married to someone and their bestie was the opposite sex? Would you flex once you got that ring?
Me? No. And I guess part of that is because I have male friends that I don't plan on getting rid of. You either trust me or you don't.
Do the boundaries change? Okay, so you said that you're not going to get rid of them, but do the boundaries change because of that?
No. And I guess here's why. They're my friends, meaning that's all they are.
Okay.
Meaning there's nothing that they do today that they can't do if I was married. Yeah. Because we are friends. That boundary of friendship has already been set.
Right.
So there's nothing to change if I was, married because they're already doing it.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I make sure it's very clear to, my guy friends, they are my friends. Because here's the thing is, when they get in relationships with people, we don't have that clear boundary of friendship. Now, every time you get in a relationship, either A, she's looking at me sideways, or B, we can't be friends until y'all break up. Like, I'm not doing that. Either we're friends or we aren't. So if we are friends, I need you to act accordingly so that any of your little girlfriends or wives or whatever understand where I'm coming from, so that I don't have to disappear when you're in a relationship because you act a certain way.
Right. Now, what if it's your spouse and, before you got married, they had movie night Wednesdays, go wherever. They have, I don't know, they have traditions that to the unconventional eye might appear a little bit more closer than close.
Well,
would you then flex?
If I am marrying someone, I should know this already. So I've already said yes. So therefore, I've said I am comfortable with all of that. And
so you would have flexed before the ring?
If it was a problem, yeah.
Okay.
If I didn't feel it was a problem, I can't go into the situation and change the dynamic. For me, I kind of feel what you said. It shouldn't change when you get married.
Absolutely.
The only difference should be, you now have a last name. Because the commitment should have been there before you said I do.
Right.
So for me, it wouldn't be okay, now you can't do this. Because, as you said, they're an adult. They have their own lives, just like I have my own life. I'm not the boss of you.
Right.
Now, if something bothers me, I'm going to communicate this is what bothers me and why.
Right.
And I can't make you make a decision on, I can tell you what I would like, but you have to make that decision. If you choose to continue to do things that annoy me or, don't respect my feelings, then I need to figure out what I need to do to manage how that makes me feel.
Right.
Because I can't make you do anything you don't want to do, but I can change me. So whether that's okay, got it. This is how this makes me feel. So this is what I'm going to do to manage that situation, whatever that is.
Right. I will say for me, if your bestie was female and you're a male and you're my spouse, she would have been gone before we got married. I'm going to be real honest. I would have taken that spot. I'm your only bestie. I mean, in regard to being female. I was very clear. As mean as it sounds, I was very clear in the beginning, and I know you know, I was like, if you got a female friend, she's our friend. And if she don't know me and try to want to hang with me and us, you know, like how you are with tech support. You know, he's your friend, you're my friend. You don't cross
but
boundaries.
Let's be clear.
But,
I'm her friend first, so
exactly.
I will cut you.
And I guess I'm looking at in tech support didn't have female friends like that, but I'm just saying, like, if you're his friend, she should have a loyalty to me, girl code. But yet my girl better have loyalty to, you know what I mean? It's like there's no win for him.
If you had a guy friend, the loyalty to you or to him?
It should be to him.
See, I disagree.
It should be to him. Like, I listen, I'm as mean as I am, I'm an equal opportunist. Yeah, that guy friend stuff, you got to know them. You know, he got to meet the few guy friends that I had, and they, you know, they behave.
So if
they know what he liked, the Jaguars. They have conversations of their own, sidebars with him about life. So you know what I mean? And that's how I want it. I want him to feel that, you know, if she's your friend, she's my friend too. If he's my friend, he's your friend too. We all got to be friends.
But they're hanging.
Yeah.
And you've told them, come straight home, don't stop at the bar. Don't stop at the bar. And your guy friend is with tech support. Okay. And they stop at the bar.
I don't have friends that hang with him like that.
But they stop at the bar. Do you expect that guy friend, you expect him to be loyal to tech support and not to you, even though they're your friend?
I mean, what is tech support doing?
He went to the bar when he was supposed to come home, and he lied. He said, "No, we came straight here. We were late. The car, you know, the
they're gonna have that bro code. I get it. Listen, the only time, I don't get mad at it. The only time I want you to break bro code is if he's at the bar and he's slobbing on some girl. Then I need you to break that bro code. Not that I'm condemning lying. You know what I mean? I get it if you like, I don't want to be the snitch, because I also don't believe in snitching.
See, and I guess here's the thing is,
I mean, I don't believe in snitching. I said that right.
And so I guess for me, it's whoever I'm friends with. Am I friends with the guy? Then my loyalty is to him. Mm-hmm. That's my friend. If I'm friends with the girl, my loyalty is to her, because that's whoever is my friend.
See, but you're single. If I was single, I would live by that moral. I know, as dumb as it sounds, I'm just being honest. I don't mind it if I was single. Then I would apply it wholeheartedly. Being in a relationship, I don't.
What changes that?
Because now I need eyes on him. I need foot soldiers in the field. I need spies everywhere. And it ain't because of him. I don't trust these juicy fruits out in the street. I don't trust these juicy fruits out in the street.
And I guess my thing is, and I don't think it would change. I mean, I don't know because I've never been married. But I don't think it would change. My loyalty is always to my friend. And I guess part of that
that's why I keep you around.
Is because that's my friend. That's who I've said you have my loyalty. And to me, I guess loyalty is very important. And I have brothers and their little girlfriends that come up and ask me, does he have another girlfriend? That's my brother. Why would you ask me that? Like, the answer to you is always no.
Well, New Yorkers don't believe in snitching either. So there's that.
So, like, and I guess maybe that's like why I feel that way. Don't ask me.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. So I guess we'll do it this way. What is the perk to having a married friend? And I'll do what is the perk to having a single friend.
I get to, granted, I don't never have to ask him, but if I need someone to do something handy, I have a built-in guy who has to help me because I'm the spouse.
Go help Ms. Glam.
Exactly. Hey,
and you know he be doing. Why she can't call bro? I said, because I asked you, sweetheart. All right, dang. So, I mean, he gives mad lip, but he'll do it.
But see, tech support. Ain't you glad she got a handy bestie?
Oh yeah, but you know what? In all fairness, we put you to work.
Yes, you do.
Any IKEA shelf or any shelf gets built if you say it can be built. Yes. I will buy it. If you say you can't build it, it goes back in the cart.
But, it was nice. So, like, in high school, he kept me stocked with CDs. Stocked with CDs.
DJ, yeah. He was a DJ, so he always kept people.
He kept me with CDs.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that was the perk in high school.
Wow, I love how the perk
college.
I love how the perk is him and not me, but that's all right. We moving on. I said, okay, so no, that's your answer.
How would
Stick
the perk,
to it. You said what you said.
I did say what I said, but how's the perk you? I get you regardless.
No, don't try to clean it up.
I get you regardless.
Don't try to clean it up.
So the perk is you being married.
You had me with him when you had me.
What? That don't make sense. That don't make no sense.
It does.
No.
We were together before me and you connected.
Yes.
You had him with me when you had
but
me.
see, back then, like
I said what I said.
Back then, he hated my guts. Like,
True.
I don't think we started.
Oh yeah, that's a new level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll say the perk.
So he's my perk.
I don't like it, but I'll let you. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yes.
This is your show too.
Tech support. See, I wouldn't have.
I love
tech
how you
support.
say it when he's not here. You wouldn't admit it if he was here. The perk for me with having a single friend around is I feel like you keep me out of trouble. I love hearing the little adventures that you go on with your little dates and stuff. So I don't have to. It's like I'm dating by hearing you. Like, I just want to hear the stories. I don't want to necessarily go on the dates. I just want to see it play out in real time.
You go on the dates. You just behind.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a spy. And that's cool too. Like, I feel like I'm in a movie. I don't mind that. I like being involved without being involved.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're my bachelorette. That's it. And I like the real live version.
So remember that the next time you complain
you
about
don't
not
be
being a
flipping
maid of
tables.
honor.
No, I would like for you to get married. I mean, you're probably the only person that would make me a maid of honor, and then you're the one that won't get married. I don't understand. That sucks. But it's all good. I still love you. And we're moving on. Okay, so petty word of the day. We take a pretty dictionary word that we learned and try to teach it to you. And we know that the only way that you can remember it is sometimes by putting it in a sentence. And on here, we like to do it differently. We like to put it in pretty petty sentences. So with that being said, the floor is yours, Ms. Glam.
My word today is addlepated.
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 I don't
It's
even
an
wanna know.
adjective. It means being mixed up or confused.
That you know what? When I heard the word, it did the job.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am usually the bestie that has it together.
Wow.
But recently, I have been the one with the addlepated mind.
Oop. You flipped that because I was about to cuss you out.
So, if you...
Well, and you're admitting it. Wow.
Yeah.
There's so many levels to this. This
but-
sentence right here.
Yes.
This sentence right
If you
here.
focus on just the surface, but really what I'm calling you most of the time is addlepated.
I know you're saying this is a temporary situation, but that's all right. I'm going to take this temporary situation and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it.
Because I have been very addlepated.
Because
but my planner's here. That's going away.
you don't normally seem like the type of person to admit to it. So the fact that you admitted to it.
I have
On
to. I'm
air.
dropping stuff. I have to.
I love it when you're messy. I love it.
It's been messy. Good God, it's been messy.
I'm here for you, boo. So my word is selcouth. It's an adjective. Selcouth. It's unfamiliar, rare, strange, and yet marvelous.
Oh, that's me all day.
I am grateful for this selcouth friendship we have. It's rare, strange to people,
It probably is.
yet it's marvelous.
Yeah.
I know you were thinking like, are you dissing our friendship? But no.
No.
People
no,
probably
I
think we're
agree.
strange, that we're
Yes.
petty to each other.
Yes.
People probably don't get the ins and outs
No.
to our friendship.
That's okay.
Not many people keep friends for long periods of time. They're
No.
seasonal. So, the fact that we've lasted this long, boo.
Yes.
We're coming up on 20 years. Did you know that?
I'm not quite old enough to have a 20-year friendship.
Whatever. But your friend is marvelous. So we're moving on. So I enjoyed the show today. Hope you did too.
I did.
All right. So do you have anything else left to say?
Until next time.
And we are out.